Hi guys, this is Dave Bennett with Theme2HTML.com and Moji-Crew.com. We now have a version 1.10 for the T2H panel, and I just want to go over those three new additional features real quick. They're fun, and so I just want to cover them, and you'll see what they're all about. So when you log in, okay, this is where you're going to find these things. One, there's a new icon here, bulk T2H images, and then separately, if you go into the global settings and you go to website theme and colors, that's where the other advantages are. So what are they? Well, we added a bunch of page background gradients, just a handful, but enough to give you a lot of choice for different background designs so that your website has more flair. We pretty much all agree after doing several runs that flat background colors are just not nearly as nice as having some kind of a background image. So we added a bunch so you can choose from them and see what you think for any individual project you're working on. So here, again, on this website theme and colors page, if you come down to the uh, website page background color, that's where you can choose the color. And then separately, here is where you can get an image for the background. Okay, so I might take an image, and who knows what it could be. You can try from very many images, but for instance, I might do this. And if I were to go and look now, refresh, there you go. A whole different design, and you can pull it down or not. For instance, if you wanna, if this should not repeat like this, or should, it's up to you. You can take it and make it not repeat, no repeat, or you can horizontally repeat. Let me just show you what I mean. If I don't repeat, okay, all these images, of course, are under your control. Then this is as big as the image is. It's just a little square in the corner. Well, in this case, I'd certainly like to horizontally repeat. And so if I do that, okay, and then update and reload, because I'm going to come back. And I check again, it goes all the way across. But then as far as going down, here's where I don't want it to repeat perhaps. Maybe I just want the bottom color to continue being the color. And that's why you would have something like a color picker, just to show you this, okay? And so with the color picker, you can pick the bottommost color, except that there are a lot of color pickers, and this one gets a little touchy on the page sometimes. So let me see. Sometimes I have to refresh the page actually to make it work. And then if I can get it, I can just show you. And there we go. Now take the bottommost color, for example, and just click. And that way I can copy that color. Notice it does not take the pound sign. So I need to preserve the pound sign. But watch. Now I can go to the website or page background color right here, preserve the pound sign. So just keep it and then paste in that color and update and reload. Okay. Why did I grab that bottommost color? So that it'll continue. That is the page background color now behind that gradient. So see how it blends? Okay. So now it looks perfectly fine that way. All right, the same applies to any of the other page backgrounds you want. So there are just a bunch. There's a folder called images, and inside that, there's a folder called background. Inside that, you have a bunch of different background options that you can choose from. So you can just see what your routine looks like and maybe do a repeat. Just see what it would look like just by changing and seeing how things look. And of course, you can color coordinate the website bars itself, the main website color, to match whatever it is you're going after. So for instance, I might take this and make this more of a greenish or lime, that kind of thing, based on what I'm seeing here. Okay. And then I might, okay, if I update and reload that, I'll show you what comes next. So here we go. That way this and this and this follow that suit. But now this is very blue and I may like it, or I may want to update that to match this color. Of course, you can do that easily. Just take that or the website main color, take that and make that the same as the scheduled service form background color. That way when you update and reload, you get a match on the particular form. Now, of course, you could also make the form darker, something like that. Some people are, thinking outside the box on the different designs that they like, and so you can certainly do that. Make it stand out a bit just by making it a touch darker. Anyway, do you see how easy it is to control this and see how things look? Okay, that's the point. That's what I wanted you to see. And again, I could match the bottommost color and go down instead of do a repeat on the image. All right, so There you go. That's the first thing. We put a bunch of page background gradients and so forth, and some of these are pretty fun. Um, just interesting designs. Okay, if I were to update and reload this and take a look. Okay, then you get this sort of shard effect that's very cool, different color shards. Okay, if I wanted to, I could grab something completely different, like this, a multicolored bar. Update and reload. If you take a look at that, okay, you see this cool sort of glass shard effect. Okay, and so you can do things with that. Again, the image backgrounds go on forever. We just gave you a bunch more. Okay, that's very cool for creating different designs. All right, what else do we do? Okay, on the same page, the website theme and colors, aside from images, as we all know, images matters, but what else matters beyond the images? The print itself. We really want this print to have more choices for fonts, right? Well, that was what we did. So if you come down now, we used to have like 10 fonts here. Now we have something like 400, maybe more. So you can go and find yourself fonts, make them italic or normal, bold them or not, make them any size you'd like. Okay. And that's up to you. So we just have a whole lot more fonts. You can use the same font or you can use different fonts from item to item. You can change the colors on all of these fonts to any color you would like, any design you would want. And so you can completely make these the way you would like, whatever you wish, and that's the coolness of this kind of font style. All right. So there you go. So new images, new fonts, and you'll see how that affects the front end when you come back and look. And that goes as far as even the paragraph print itself. You can take the paragraph print and make it whatever you would like, and that's down here. And so I don't know what I'm choosing here exactly. Let me just choose something, obviously different. And let's say that that's good, but I want the color to be something more interesting, perhaps. Something a little more sparkly and obvious. Um, Maybe like that. How's that? But lighter. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's just the point that you can go and actually see what your colors are going to be like and everything else. It's up to you. Okay, so there you go. There's a lot more option there. Okay. Finally, here's probably one of the biggest ones, especially for those of you who do work for others. As you know, the themes represent workstations in effect. I can flip from one to the next just at the press of a button. I can flip this. And by the way, if I did want to restore what I was doing, if I didn't like what I was doing really, first of all, let me flip back to that theme. I'll just show you real quick. So if I come back here and I say, okay, let me just go back to where I was originally, I can use backup and restore. And I can go to that real estate theme and just restore the backup that's in the system. It's the last one I saved, the last time I hit create backup. Okay. And now when I refresh, I'm back to where I used to be. So you can start all over and you can save these variations. Okay. If you didn't know it, that's what backup and restore is for, to save variations. Anyway, let's say you're working on projects with a partner, and let's say your partner sent you a finished project and you're going to upload it, and it's going to be a version of a theme in effect, right? That's the idea, is that these themes aren't really themes, they're kind of workstations, all right? And you say, okay, what station am I on? Well, let's say that you're working with some others and they send you a finished website, or like for instance, we're going to be putting out a T2H affiliate website soon, so you can sell Theme2HTML through an affiliate website very easily with your affiliate link. And so it'll be all done for you, and you'll be able to collect your commissions within 7 days by just logging in to Theme2HTML and hitting the button to collect your commissions, and it'll instantly transfer into your PayPal account. Okay, there's just a 7-day wait to clear commissions. That's all. Make all the sales you want. And just for all the sales that are at least 7 days old, when you hit the button, it'll clear that in your PayPal. So it's very cool. Anyway, what does it take now to get a new theme in? It used to be that you'd have to go into your file manager if you wanted to upload bulk images and unzip them, or you'd have to upload images one at a time. And here's what I mean by that. Okay, let me just bring up a project. So let's say I'm not going to install a new theme. I don't have any themes here. What I have are two things. I have a T2H file that contains all the information for everything happening in here. So for instance, a T2H file saves everything I do everywhere throughout this entire system. It saves all of this information in a single file, and this is that file. It's a little T to H file. So it's got a name for the project I'm working on, and then I happen to put an underscore and I put the workstation, in other words, landscape, that it belongs to, so I know which theme to flip to when I upload it. See, it's just a naming convention I choose for my files. You can do whatever you want. So I call this Job 13 Home Warranty, and it's on the landscape workstation, right? That's the one I need to switch to. When I'm here, I need to go to landscape in order to see this thing when I upload it. But when you upload it, the one thing this cannot save, it's a small file really. See that? Only 29.5 kilobytes or 30,000 bytes, small file, not even a meg, not even close. That means there cannot be any images in it. That's right. All the images I have in a separate file. If I were to WinZip and extract to here, you'll see what's going on. I have a folder that I created when I was doing that job. And in that folder is where I put all the images for that job, the ones that got resized and everything else. These are the images that make that website look the way it is. Now before, if you wanted to recreate this job, you would import that T to H file. So let me do that much right now. Okay. So I'm going to go to backup and restore because that's the appropriate way to do this. And I'm going to choose that file, job 13 home warranty from my desktop. So go to my desktop. And where is it? It's job 13. There it is, home warranty landscape.t2h. And let me upload it. Okay, there it is. That's my new landscape backup. So if I flip here and switch, oh, that's why. That's not. I need to get to the landscape theme. I'm on the real estate theme. That's what I mean. A lot of people don't notice right away. They come and they look and they go, it didn't upload. And the answer is it didn't upload because you still have to go to the right theme. Okay? It didn't know you wanted to work on it just now, just because you uploaded it. You could have uploaded everything. Now it's here, except this doesn't look very good because obviously there are no pictures at all. All of the picture links are broke on all of the pages. Okay, so in order to fix that, I have to upload the images too. Now in the old days, the only way to pull that off would be to upload the images one at a time, to do something like come in here, go in here, and then figure out a way to upload from my desktop, and go get that image that I wanted, whatever it was, and I'd rebuild all the images. Now you don't have to do that. See how the images has a drop-down folder, a subfolder? In case you didn't know, you can create subfolders on these things. You can right click and hit new subfolder and give it a name, test, okay? And you get a new folder. And that's different from another folder. Why do we have different folders maybe? Just to separate all of the images for each of our jobs so we can tell where they are. Instead of them all getting mixed and matched into one place like the default images, maybe we don't want them all mixed and matched. This has images from everything. Real estate, audio, homeopathic alternative, landscape, all these different options are stuffed together in one folder. So if somebody said, get me all the images for job 12, I would have trouble doing that. But not if all the images for job 12 were in a subfolder. And yes, you can create folders within folders and stuff like that if you want. So I could create a folder inside here, a folder inside here, another folder inside here, and then even a folder inside here, and then a folder inside there. That would be overkill. Okay, but let's just get this right. Let's come back and actually decide what we're doing, and that's this. The new thing. I can now use this bulk T to H images. Click it, upload the zip file that has the folder in it I want, and guess where it's going to go? It's going to go right to here, okay? This files folder, and it's going to create the new folder I want with all the images inside of it, okay? I forget about that right now. Whatever I'm doing, let me show you. Ready? If I choose this and go to here and upload that, okay? And then I come here and I refresh, okay? Oops. Okay, it's not going to show me this way, but if I close it and reopen it, okay? Let me just show you. I mean, obviously the images are there. So now let me go somewhere where I could see the images. Okay, here's an easy way. Global settings, um, website theme and colors, and then just the background image right here, right? Now look, files, and guess what? I have that folder I uploaded inside the zip file, right? There it is, and it's got everything in it. And since that's how we brought this together, that's how we built the website with all the images inside that folder in the first place, then it's so easy to import it complete with everything, all the images on all the pages. Any images, wherever they are now there. They're where they're supposed to be. Okay? Everything is straight and square and ready. All right? So let's just do another one real quick. Okay, let me toss or close these and just show you another one real quick. See? Okay, that's all done. Let me show you another one. Okay, here we go. In other words, I'll just do it again. So let's say I sent you this project, job 15, and you want to make it live. Okay, here we go. Back up and restore. Choose the T2H file, job 15. That's in VirusSafe for the real estate. Upload it. Okay, it'll be done in a moment. It says theme real estate is restored. So let me go to theme real estate, which is right here. Okay. And then when I come back, all the images are off and it doesn't look right. Okay, so let me do my thing. I'm gonna upload the images for job 15. Boom, import. That's the zip file that has that folder in it. And inside the folder are all the images. And all of a sudden the whole website is up and ready and live. And if I wanted to, I could start exporting it to different people's websites to give them a version of the website. So if I wanted to make something like this for this guy, I can export it right now and I can either send him a zip file with his website or I can upload it to his FTP and his control panel, his website, if he gives me FTP information. And I can just make the website live for him by filling in the blanks, connecting, and then getting the right folder and uploading, right? We have videos on how to do that. But there you go. And so let me do the last job just for the quick version of it, job 6. Again, how do we do it? Choose the T2H, job 6. By the way, you can do these in whichever order. You can do the images first. Okay, and that's based on the naturopathy website. I just happen to recognize that. It's running slow. Yes, I don't know why. Probably a bunch of people are using it right now. Let me see. So, naturopathy, which is based on homeopathy. Okay, and let me go get those images. Boom. Import. And it's done. Guess what? The whole thing is done. I can go look at the front page now, and I have it. The whole thing is done and ready. See how easy it is now to get whole new themes, and you can save them, you can do things with them, you can make your own and save them and put all your images inside one folder whenever you work. And again, remember how that works, okay? Like if I'm here, I could hit edit page to get back into the editor, okay? But I could go anywhere where I can see any of the pictures clearly, and a good way to do it is here. Okay, boom. And take a look. I have my job 6 folder with all the job 6 images. I have my job 13 folder with all the job 13 images. And I have my job 15 folder with all the job 15 images. Now, the only thing to keep in mind about all this is as you add these in, okay, if you go to export the project, it will assume that you want all those images, so it's going to save them all. So you're going to wind up with a really big file if you have all of those images in there all the time. I just did an extraction of one, and it's like 136 meg, okay? And that's not necessary since I keep all my images out and it's so easy to put them in and take them out. Then the other point I want to make real quick before I'm finished, let me go back, is that you can also delete these just as easily so that you don't need to have them up on the server, okay? So I can delete this, I can delete that, and I can delete that, okay? And I could just go back to my original defaults of all my projects. As a matter of fact, let me see, I do believe, well, actually, we didn't even do that, but I do believe that if I go back to the original landscape, yeah, it'll go there and go back to the original real estate. It goes there because these are the last backups I made. See? And so let's see. If I go back to landscape, I'm there to the last backup I made, actually. Sorry for the confusion. If I go back here, I'm back to the real estate, which is the last copy I made. The last time I hit create backup is the last version I saved of anything. Okay. And so all these themes have a backup that is just like this. It's a T to H file. And you can get the images separately and you can put them into separate folders to really streamline the system down. And then you can delete all the folders you're not working on to make the smallest possible files. That's for those of you that really care to be that efficient. You don't have to be. You really don't. You can export the project and it can have all of those default images for a project. And when you make the website live for somebody else or put it somewhere else, no one's going to see any of those extra files. They're just extra files lying there in the back end. Okay. All you're going to see is the website with the files that are attached to it at the time, and that's perfectly fine. Okay. All right. I think you get the idea. So just to rehash, there are three things we did for you in the version 110 update, and that's background gradients. We gave you a bunch more to work with. Way more new fonts to play with, so you don't have the same old fonts. You can get fonts that are new and modern and interesting. They're Google fonts. Okay. And then finally, the whole ability that we've just been covering to bulk upload images and bulk delete images for projects by keeping them organized in their own folders so that it's extremely easy to maneuver new projects in and out of your workstations from your computer to online and back down. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this for the updates. I'm going to put this video out soon. And thanks for watching. And thank you for your support. It's good that you guys keep getting into this because it allows us to keep doing what we're doing. And this has really been influential. I've been getting a lot of testimonials. I've got people making money from this who are doing it with ease. And I have people that just have widely more sensible ideas about what they're doing for themselves and for others than they ever really thought they could do. And so it's very nice that this is coming out so well and it's developing so well. It's you guys are enjoying using it, and we're enjoying providing you these extra features to make your lives easier still. Easy work, easy money. That's the whole intention of Theme2HTML. Easy work, easy money. All right, thank you very much.